Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine with this week's web fishing report. Well, it's finally starting to feel like spring with air temperatures in the 70s, trout fishermen flocking to their local streams and ponds, and striped bass catches becoming more widespread across the region. Opening day of trout season took place in Vermont, Rhode Island, and Connecticut this past weekend to the delight of legions of dedicated anglers. I got out for a few hours myself on Saturday morning with my son and my family and some friends, and we even landed about 15 nice brown, rainbow, and tiger trout between us. Most of the fish went back in. A few of them will find their way into the smoker this week. As reported last week, there was also a pair of specially tagged trout stocked in Connecticut by our friends over at the Blackhawk. Well, lo and behold, one of the fish was caught on Saturday, and we have all the details of the $5,000 trout at thefisherman.com, so be sure to head on over and give it a look. Well, moving on to the reports, it's all about trout and striped bass in Connecticut waters this week. Holdover striped bass action continues to improve each day, with fish up to 20 pounds being caught last week. The action is slowly spreading out, and both shore and boat anglers alike are doing quite well in the tidal rivers across the state. As we noted before, trout season opened up on Saturday with mixed results reported. Some anglers did extremely well, while others found a difficult bite due to cold water temperatures. Largest fish we heard about was a 14.6 pound Seaforland brown trout landed at Cedar Lake and weighed in at Fishing Factory 3. Moving on to Rhode Island, trout season also opened up on Saturday, and the results are quite similar to what we've seen in Connecticut. We didn't get any word of any monster trout landed, but all the shops we spoke to reported seeing a lot of happy anglers throughout the weekend. On the striper side of things, holdovers are biting in the Pawcatuck River, Narrow River, as well as the salt ponds of South County. Still no word of any confirmed fish on the ocean front just yet, but my guess is that with this week's warm weather and light southwest winds predicted, it will just about guarantee a fish or two be landed at the west wall. And remember, if you happen to be the lucky angler to bag this year's first salty striper in Rhode Island waters, be sure to shoot me a picture of the catch at Lapinski at thefisherman.com, and you might just see your face in this looking back at you in an upcoming copy of the Fisherman magazine. And moving on to Massachusetts, much like the other states, freshwater fishing primarily rules the reports this week, as trout are taking the top spot due to the nearly 500,000 fish scheduled to be stocked across the state this spring. On the salty side of things, there are some scattered but increasing reports of some scout herring poking into the runs, but no word of any fresh bass on them just yet. We did hear of some anglers that are finding some holdover stripers in the rivers and some of the harbors across Massachusetts, but that's about it. We also received word of the first confirmed flounder landed off of Quincy last week from fishing fanatics, so there's more and more options opening up with each passing day. So there you have it. I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines on the water.
To receive the latest fishing reports, subscribe to the Fisherman's YouTube page. Click subscribe, then click the settings button and check Send Me Updates. You'll now receive notifications of the latest Fisherman YouTube videos and reports. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you've checked Send Me Updates in the settings so you receive the latest notifications.